You're wrong. It is not called the head. Do you have any other secondary guess? Oh. I was told y'all didn't know how y'all bodies work. So let a sophomore honors kinesiology student tell you how it's done. We are going to be talking about the reproductive system of the male and the female using diagrams. We're going to be focusing on the anatomy, the physiology, and the hormones to actually understand how reproduction works and not just to memorize it. So first, we're going to be starting with the male reproductive system. A general overview is that the male reproductive system is specialized for three main functions: producing the sperm, maturing the sperm, and delivering the sperm for fertilization. So first, we're going to start with the testes, which are up here. They contain tightly coiled structures called the seminiferous tubules. This is where spermatogenesis occurs. Spermatogenesis is the process of meiosis where the diploid cells divide to form haploid sperm cells, each carrying half the genetic information needed for fertilization. Alongside sperm production, the testes also produce testosterone, a hormone responsible for supporting sperm development and male secondary sex characteristics like muscle mass, body hair, and voice deepening. Now let's focus on the epididymis, which is the maturation. The epididymis is right there, right above the testicle. So after the sperm are produced, they move into the epididymis, where they undergo maturation. Here, sperm gain motility, meaning they develop the ability to swim efficiently toward an egg. This step is critical. Let me emphasize this to you. Critical. Without it, sperm would not be able to function for fertilization. So, now, how did the sperm get there, you might ask? That's where the vas deferens come in. That's the transport. The mature sperm then travel through this vas deferens, a muscular tube that uses smooth muscle contractions to move sperm during ejaculation toward the ejaculatory ducts. This ensures sperm are rapidly transported when needed for reproduction. Now, the accessory glands, which can also be equated to the semen formation. We are going to be talking about the prostate region. The seminal vesicles and the prostate gland add fluids to the sperm, forming semen. These fluids provide fructose for energy, a slightly alkaline environment to protect the sperm from acidity, increase fluid volume to help sperm move more efficiently, and this improves sperm survival and increases the chance of fertilization. Function wrap-up. Overall, the male reproductive system is designed to produce genetically complete sperm, mature them for movement, and deliver them efficiently into the female reproductive tract. Okay, who am I here with?
Jamarion Miller.
Okay, and I'm just going to ask you a few questions about the male reproductive system. Do you have any experience with this?
Yes.
Okay. What is the male reproductive cell? A, the sperm, B, ovum, or C, the zygote?
Sperm.
Period. You got that one right. Who determines the baby's gender? A, the mother, B, the father, C, Jesus, or D, luck?
Luck.
No. What's the scientific answer?
The father.
The father. Okay. One of the last questions, second to last question. Which part transports the sperm? A, the prostate gland, B, the urethra, C, seminal vesicle, or D, vas deferens?
I think it's the vas deferens.
Yes. Hi, who am I here with?
Joshua Patterson.
And what's your major?
First year finance major.
And do you know anything about the reproductive system?
I think I know some important information about it, yeah.
How long can sperm survive inside? A, 1 hour, B, 1 week, C, 2 weeks, or D, up to 5 days?
Inside of what?
The vagina.
What are the options? 2 weeks?
An hour, a week, 2 weeks, or up to 5 days?
Up to 5 days.
Yes, that is correct. Who determines the baby's gender? A, the mother, B, the father, C, Jesus, or D, luck?
The father.
The father. That is correct. Now let's get into the female reproductive system. So the female reproductive system is designed for egg production, fertilization, and supporting development of a potential embryo. The ovaries, which are right there, they're the peachy little things connected to the fallopian tubes, they produce eggs through a process called oogenesis. Oogenesis begins before birth, but each month during the reproductive years, one dominant follicle matures and releases an egg during ovulation. The ovaries also function as endocrine glands, producing estrogen and progesterone. Now, let's move on to the fallopian tubes that I mentioned before. After ovulation, the egg is captured by finger-like structures called the membrane and enters the fallopian tube. This is the most common site for fertilization, where a sperm may meet and penetrate the egg, forming a zygote. Now, let's talk about the uterus. The uterus is a thick, muscular organ designed to support implantation and fetal development. Its inner lining, called the endometrium, thickens each cycle in preparation for pregnancy, creating a nutrient-rich environment for a developing embryo. If fertilization occurs, the embryo implants into this lining and the development continues. Now, if there's no fertilization, then there's the menstrual cycle. If fertilization does not occur, hormone levels of estrogen and progesterone drop, causing the uterine lining to shed. This is known as menstruation, which resets the cycle for another potential opportunity for pregnancy. Now, with the hormones, estrogen is responsible for building the uterine lining, while progesterone maintains it and supports early pregnancy conditions. And that's the reproductive system explained using anatomy, physiology, and hormones. Who am I here with?
Kivana,
And what's your major?
fashion, merchandising, and design.
Do you have any experience with the female reproductive system?
Yes, I have one.
What do you have?
I have a uterus, a vagina.
Great answer. Okay. So the first question that I'm going to ask you is, ovulation occurs in which of the following phases? Does it occur in proliferation, menstrual cycle, secretion, or follicle?
Menstrual cycle?
Yes. So,
Yeah.
where does fertilization take place? Is it the ovary, the uterus, or the fallopian tubes?
Fallopian tubes.
Perfect. Who am I here with?
Hi, I'm Zaria. I'm a second-year fashion merchandising student.
All right. You need your props.
Yeah, this is good. Did I just...
Right. What do you know about the female reproductive system?
Well, basically, there's like
A bird and a bee.
the bird and the bee. Like our ovaries, like the whole area. Like the period is basically the uterus shedding the lining because it realizes, oh, there's no baby, so we need to get rid of it. So it like sheds the lining, and like the blood comes out and stuff.
So, first question. Ovulation occurs in which of the following phase? A, menstrual, B, secretory, C, proliferative, or D, follicle?
Proliferate.
No.
Okay, wait. Menstrual.
Yes, it's the menstrual cycle. Female reproductive cell. A, sperm, B, egg, or C, embryo?
Egg.
Perfect. What connects the uterus to the outside of the body? A, the ovary, B, cervix, C, vagina, or D, urethra?
Vagina.
Yes.